My desk is a mess and I want to play. Hi, my friends. This is Calico Kate. Thank you for being here. If you're new, I'm so glad you're here. If you're returning, thank you again for coming back. I was not up here yesterday. My husband and I went to Kirksville, our way, so I could pick up my glasses. He could pick up some, things he needed for the chicken tractor and some other things like that. And we got groceries. I got to go to Dollar Tree and he sat in the car. And, yeah, that's always more helpful than when they go in. At least my experience says that. So I didn't get up here by the time we got home, and I got groceries put away and stuff. And I sat down to rest a moment because I wanted to. Danny called me. Her mother-in-law passed. And if you are new, Danny's my best friend. And Danny ended up getting hospitalized due to vertigo. And nobody told me. And I told her, I said, if you drop dead and those girls let me know on Facebook, I will haunt them forever when I die. She laughed. But I texted her because I didn't want to call. She's still not out of bed. They kept her overnight Monday. Tuesday, she got to go home. But then she's been in bed. Her son lives very close. And he made her some homemade soup. And the whole time, her husband's trying to deal with the death of his mother, along with his 3 other siblings and his father. And, you know, when you need your wife and she can't get out of bed, there you go. But I got an Impossible Burger at Burger King, one of the few things I can have there. And, yeah, Greg took me out big time, didn't he? When we're doing that kind of running, we don't want to take a lot of time to eat. You know, it's kind of like, let's get this stuff done and go home. I did not get to go to Hobby Lobby, or Marshall's or any of those places, which is fine because, as I said on my last haul, I don't need anything. Yes, if I'd have been there by myself, I'd have gone in, but it was not a big deal. I did want to go to Dollar Tree because if you watch AJ's Inspired Life, I like some of the goodies she got and didn't have one of them. Not a one. So I asked the lady checking me out why that was, and she said, I'm going to keep that. That's kind of cool for a punch. And she said they get more people asking that, but the main reason is the head office just sends them stuff, and you get what you get. They don't have any say in the matter. So it's like, oh, okay. So anyhow, we got home, got everything put away. And like I said, then Danny called me to tell me about her her being sick and mother-in-law passing and all of that. I'm just making a pile here of stuff I could put in my journal if I want to. That's what this stuff is. And got this punch. Let's just punch her out. And the kids had, so I got caught up on all that, and then Jackson came in, and we are on kid duty because Nikki's father was diagnosed with breast cancer. Not breast cancer, lung cancer. And he had to be in St. Louis. So the kids went down yesterday after she got off work to do all that. So Jackson also just got his new braces. So Nana made him mashed potatoes and gravy and some chocolate pudding. We stopped by Ollie's, and Greg decided we needed a 2-piece vinegar oil set, which we have. And then at Dollar Tree, I picked up this and this, some gift bags, which don't count. And I think that's it. I got these because I started a prayer Bible, and I needed different colors of highlighters. So that was the purpose of getting these. So these should be fun. I'll put those over there in my drawer. And then at Walmart, oh, I got this. It says trust the process. I don't have a whole lot of this kind of thing. So I thought, you know, one more won't hurt anything. And I'll put it over here in my box. So I may use it to journal on. That would be maybe fun. And I'll put this over here with my other ones on the shelf. Then at Walmart, I picked up some Sharpies highlighters to go with those. So I now have lots of colors. I also found all these fun different colored tags. And there may be more of them down in here. But there's two-sided writables, smudge freeze, and then these sparklies. I thought I needed those. But I'm just going to leave those in the bag for right now. And my whole Dollar Tree was $4.10. The other night, I fixed chickpea pasta because that's something I can have. And, yeah, I cut it backwards, but that's okay. I'm going to cover the side. And I can make a journal with that. Who knows? That might be my July journal. Cover it all up. Could be my May or June, too. But I'll go put that in the other room in a drawer. This is... I got my new Missouri license, so I thought I could stick this on that page in March. And I'm going to keep that donor one. We're donors, organ donors. So I'll keep that. So anyway, Jackson ate with us. Emerson was doing dance pictures in Keokuk. That's about 40 miles away. And so a friend whose daughters also go took her with them. And so after we ate and I took my shower and stuff, Jackson and I went down to his house until Em texted me that she was home. I mean, at the corner. And so I went and picked her up at the Arvila corner, which is like, it's right there on the highway, but it's like 5 miles, you know. So it's a good meat place. And then came home and got her taken care of and got her to bed. Well, I was the one in charge of getting, what do you call a pig that knows karate? A pork chop. Why do penguins carry fish in their beaks? Because they haven't got any pockets. Who do horses invite to parties? Their neighbors. What do you get when you cross the ball and a cat? A fur ball. I just thought these were cute, and if nothing else, I'll put them in the kids' lunches. What do you call an alligator in a vest? An investigator. Oh, yeah, this would be the kind of things that 4th graders would think were funny. So, I'm going to put that there. This acetate goes over here with my other acetate. Wednesday, Vonnie came over. Dave needed help building pepper and tomato cages for their new garden. And so Vonnie came over and picked up her journal. And we talked about all the different fun toys I have. And she's going to come over sometime and wants to learn how to make a journal. So that'll be fun. And then she was here for quite a while. It's like we said, I could have taught her if we'd have known that's what we want to do. So I got out my brush show, and if there's anything like that you want to know how to do, you just let me know. And if I know how or have it, I'll teach you. These I cut off of, I made a bunch of, in my Bridget box. Bridget is Plan Her Creations. And she has this little box she keeps different stuff for her creative journal. And I needed a bigger one. I was using my mom's little girl lunchbox from when she was little. Isn't that adorable? And it was too full. So I rearranged things, and I decided out of that real heavy file folders to make some file dividers out of these. Well, of course, I had to cut these off, and I still have lots left. You know, I used as much on a sheet as I could, taking one to trace another. But I cut these off of them, and I thought they'd be fun for something. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I'll find a nail in this room and stick them on there, I guess. And then I don't remember why I had these cards. I had these cards out when Vonnie was here, and I don't remember how. So now why? This is, oh, I brought this up because it was about starting a prayer Bible. Elizabeth, I'll put her channel below. She's the one that mentioned this, and she got it from Sarista Club, and I'll put it down there too. And if I don't make a note, I better and Sarista. Okay. Probably better keep that out. Who knows who else I'll mention. So today, not quite as hectic as yesterday was. but it's plenty. Emerson has dance pictures in Memphis tonight, which is where they go to school just here in town. And I'll take her in to do that. And Andy comes home because he's got a school board meeting. So I don't have to worry about getting him up in the morning. I've just got to get him in bed. And then this changed. Emerson doesn't dance Saturday, but we have a funeral, visitation, and a funeral, and a benefit from, I think, 11 to 1. And then our nephew will be here that evening to eat out. So that's going to be fun. So that's kind of a full day. We won't come home in between any of that, I doubt, till after the benefit. And then Sunday is Emerson's competition. And they have hog weigh-in. So Papa will take care of the hog weigh-in, and Dad will take care of Emerson's competition, and hopefully by this time, Nikki will be home. And then we start Monday, which is a fairly free week as of now. So let's put stuff in my journal. I've done quite a bit without you. I need to put in the item of the month is AJ's Inspired Life. And from AJ's Inspired Life, she does an item of the month, and this month is borders. And it's hashtag AJ's item of the month, and it's borders, which is lots and lots of fun. I'm loving the borders. I don't want to use that one. It quit rolling it up, so I'm having to dig it out. We'll use one that's easier. So this morning I got up, and the kids were good about getting up, and drove them into school, and picked up something for Greg at Farm and Home, and came home, and I went back to bed. Oh, I didn't sleep good. I was so sure I was going to oversleep. And the retired school teacher was not going to be the one to get her grandchildren to school late. So this is The Story Begins. It's done. This is what Brush Shows does. If I haven't shown you yet. And I don't know that I'm going to do anything on it. I would like to get it 2026 somewhere. So I'll have to do that. And then this was April 1st and April 2nd, April 3rd. This was a very bad day health-wise. So I just filled it with stuff. This was Saturday the 4th, Monday the 6th, another not good day. I thought this pocket turned out cute. I drank so much tea this day. I thought this was fun. And the guys did a burn. And then this is Monday. And the guys tore up my entryway floor and put me down a new one, which was wonderful. And that's going to go in Thursdays. wanting to make sure that none of this was for any of these days. Nope. And then we're at the 8th. So this is going to go in on the 8th, and I'm going to cut up this. I've washed them, so now I'm waiting for them to dry before I can put oil in them. And then I've got this and this and this and this. This will probably be a pocket that I'll just stick all these little tags in. Oh, Greg picked up my medicine on the 7th. Made him chocolate pudding, which he said really hit the spot. Which Nana was glad about. He was going to be able to eat a school lunch today. They take their lunch a lot. But he was going to be able to take his lunch, eat a school lunch today. Well, dang. Should have done that the other end. That purple's pretty cool. But they were having applesauce and some foods that he could eat, and Emerson liked the food they were having today, so Nana didn't have to worry about making lunches. There we go. Well, those are kind of fun. Might be able to get one more. That'd be perfect. Like I said, I'm loving the borders. That's been, that one's broken. That's been a lot of fun. You can really get creative on it. And not that you can't get creative on our other stuff. You certainly can. But, and she started this for herself. She didn't, it was just as she would use her stuff. So there we go. I can put those there. Glue that little flower. Fix it. I already had a border. I could have called a border. If I'd have thought about it, I'd have sewed stuff on it. And already had them sewed, but I didn't think about it. So it is what it is, isn't it? I fixed him 2 boxes of pudding. I don't know where I cut them both out. I don't know where it's at. It will show up. So there we go on that. And I'm going to glue this down. I think I'll let Aileen do that job. Just going to do it on 2 sides. And that way, if something's a little bigger than it should be, I will take care of it. All right, so, but we can now stick all these toppers here. This Dollar Tree. I could stick, I'm just going to stick one of these. I'm not going to stick all of them. Well, I might need to glue this just to keep them all in, hadn't I? Beautiful day today here in the Northeast Missouri. We are still have some wind. The other day we woke up to snow. What day was that? I put a snowball on my, yesterday. No, Tuesday. Yeah. Woke up to snow. Then yesterday was very windy and cold, and then today's beautiful. And by yesterday afternoon, I was in shorts and a t-shirt. So, yeah, the weather has been very strange. Okay, Aileen, do your job there. And I think I'm just going to put all that there. And then I'll use one of these as my writing space. Oh, and I need one of those lunchbox things maybe in here. Well, there's another acetate. What do you call a sleeping bull? A bulldozer. Why do seagulls fly over the sea? Because if they flew over the bay, they would be bagels. We'll take that one. And I'm going to put it here. I could write all on this and do a tip. Yeah, I'm going to want a tip because then you can see the ants. And I'll have to put something for dance for last night and tonight. Jackson mowed our yard, so that was nice to get done. And we've contacted Greg's niece to come and deep clean. Greg said, why don't we just call Courtney and see if she wants to come, and windows and baseboards and all the things. I said, okay. Didn't have to say that twice. I would have her come every week. I think that'll be good. I don't think I need both. We'll find out. If so, I'll add both. I need this Burger King thing in there. And then I need to write about Emerson Dance Pictures. Kirksville. Glasses. We also looked at some stones and stuff we want for landscaping, retaining walls and stuff. We didn't get any. We just kind of looked. Glasses, Menards, Dollar Tree, Aldi's, Walmart. And then we went to Burger King. Jackson Braces. Mashed potatoes. Chocolate pudding. Could take another one. I'm going to have lots to write about. Jody met at corner. Okay. That's the major stuff that I do want to decorate this. It's got a lot of gold, and this is kind of a yellowish gold. This would also work for a border too. I could put it, oh, I like it better, I think, up there. Oh, great, Aunt Jackson mowed. That was the first mowing. I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're finding time to do what you want to do this morning. Like I said, I went back to bed and then went for a walk. I got my walk in. That's pretty much all I've accomplished. I came up here. Greg's been to town and all kinds of stuff. So, and then let's put some bling in the middle of it. Andy was afraid Emerson was going to be difficult getting her up and going. She was as good as gold, said the little turd. Said she's as cranky as can be when we're there. Well, of course, you're not Nana. They're always better for other people. Oh, we all know how it is, don't we? Ours were the same way. You know, your kids wouldn't eat something at home, but boy, they go to somebody else's house and they eat it there. And I always said, if they're going to be little turds, I want them turds with me, not with somebody else. Though grandparents are a little different. But now Grandma Marlene was close enough. If Andy was being a little turd, she could send him home. But I don't think she ever did. I've sent Emerson home. There's just some things I don't put up with, and if she was too ugly, I wasn't going to do it. Jackson, I never had to. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to stop right there and let that all dry before I decide what else I want to do. I hope this finds you doing wonderful. Thank you so much for keeping me company. And always remember, you have a purpose. Bye for now.